But right now, it's time to hit our phone lines. Don't say the V word. Don't say the V word. We're going to hear your real-life ghost stories. Joining me, it's funny, you do get a bit possessed, don't you? They just said, I don't like you like that. We've got Yvette Fielding and paranormal skeptic Professor Chris French. So let's get straight to the phones, and we've got Jim. Hi, Jim.
Hi, good morning, Phil.
Hiya. So you say, did you attract ghosts to your neighbour's home?
I hope not.
OK, so explain.
My neighbours went away for a few weekends at the time, and I used to go in and look after the house, close the curtains, put the lights on of a night. And one night, I went round, put the lights on, closed the upstairs curtains, and as I was walking down the stairs, and my head was sort of level with the landing, I heard what sounded like a small child giggling in the front bedroom. So I stopped, turned, wondering what it was, and then I heard two sets of footsteps running from the front bedroom to the back bedroom, and then more giggling in the back bedroom as though you're chasing your child and tickling it. And I couldn't figure out what it was, so I then ran out the house and locked the door.
OK, so Yvette, I mean, this is somewhere that you should go on location.
It absolutely sounds cracking to me. First of all, obvious question, you know, you absolutely sure there was nobody in the house?
We were away for the weekend, Yvette, and we used to do it regularly. We used to go in and look after it, but I've never had anything like that happen before.
And you know when people say to you, and I'm sure Chris is going to say something like this as well, you know, did you imagine it? You know, lots of people will imagine things. We don't understand the brain to its full capacity, so you have to think of all the logical explanations. And you know, don't you, when you absolutely know that you've heard or you've seen something. I believe you. I think there's something definitely going on there.
The house, or if it was my daughter in the next house, because it was a semi-detached house, but I couldn't explain what it was.
OK. So what's the rational look at this?
Well, again, I mean, you can't give a definitive explanation, you know, without a proper investigation, and even then you might not be able to. But, I mean, there are other possibilities. I mean, it's possible that there genuinely was some kind of sound there. Maybe there was sound from the next door, as Jim himself has suggested. Maybe it was a baby monitor that was picking up some signal. Maybe it was a radio. It could have been all kinds of things. Secondly, I mean, there is the possibility of a hallucination. Now, people get very defensive when you say maybe it was a hallucination, but the truth is anybody can hallucinate. It's not something that only happens to people who have psychiatric problems. Any of us could.
Really?
And so,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Hallucinate
Absolutely.
in what way?
Sounds, vision.
Anyway, exactly.
So could you have just made it up then?
Well, he's not made it up. That's the whole point. I mean, I'm sure Jim genuinely did hear something.
But his mind has made it up for him if he's hallucinating.
That's possible. I mean, the definition of a hallucination is a kind of subjective sensory experience that seems very real. That's the whole definition of it.
But with all of these things, you just never know.
Did you hear that then?
No. Thank you, Jim.